flakiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a third and lots of work to do. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play.
Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Clemson's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying.
There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end of this defense moving forward.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the ground with the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clay. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14, Georgia Tech, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in down the sideline. It's a seam walk. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little...
He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the right. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude because they do a good job with their QBs and finding them, recruiting them, and then developing them and really using their skill sets great. That's why Clemson had that stretch of such dominance in college football.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. We're through 1 period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now try to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Gets it out quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He gets it away from his own end zone. He takes it at the 45. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, of sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jamison. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure coming. Finds the tight end. They stop him short and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
With the catch, it's Cavazos. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Punts it out of the air. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the air on 2nd down. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab on the shot. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Back to pass. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he's brought down after a nice game. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It would have been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires complete on the crosser. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. He's got it on the outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Clemson. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running to the left. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. As if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Just a short pass to the tight end. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Going right to work up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Release to the back. On target. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left side. Touchdown Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. Being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Leaves it with the back. Makes a man miss. Got enough for the first. Right down the gut of the field. He almost rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Looking to throw on 1st down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And coaches and players, a lot of times, they call it instincts. But it's just a knack. It's just a feel. It's something that's inside of you. And this guy consistently feels where the ball's going. That's interception number 8 on the season.
Working on the right. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the left. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's carry on. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Clay. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's carry on. He's got it on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
A little release to the back. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a space. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Going for 6. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.